What's going on, YouTube? Recap time. You know the drill. So as we come into the last YouTube video, what did we say? Did you guys pay attention? Right back up. But regardless of either one of these plays, we'll address it when we come down to the Fibonacci on the next videos coming up. But right now it is 100% downsided. We have an all-time high doji candle, so a lot of the time the body of direction is going to be my pick. So this is an all-time high doji. So my continuation pick is anything under 6,029 goes 6,000, breaks 6,000, goes 5,966. There's your prediction. Those are all the price levels. That's the only way I would use this right here. So as you come into your 5-day, 5-minute, utilize that body of the all-time high right there. Obviously, the half candle retrace and close. If we utilize the all-time high body, right? You pay attention? Did anybody watch the video? Do I do these for free? Check it out on X. I got a lot of live trading and algo prediction videos out, and you can check those out for live trading. Let's get into the recap. So this is exactly what we said for the breakdown, where we needed to stay under the all-time high body, right, for 2 days. And I said we're going to hold the shorts to the bottom side for 2 days. Here's our all-time high. Here's day one. Here's day two. And we got more downside coming. We're on the way to 5,966. Now, we usually don't go in a straight line, but if you look at the intraday here, like I said, use that 5-minute chart and look for any rejections on the all-time high body, which we said 6,000 about 29. Here's that level. Rejection, lower low, higher high, scam, as the algos love to push you out to the top end, and then straight dump. It was beautiful. And we have 5,966 down here still coming. Futures open right here, nice and weak under yesterday's close again, as we lead into CPI tomorrow. So we had some beautiful short calls. We had a really nice lot fill at 59.55, 59.95. So we had them all filling right here at the break of 6,000. And then we had a couple right down here, actually, that filled on the overnight as we were holding for underneath the body. So that's exactly what we looked for on the day trades today. We had some heavier scalps to the downside as well. So let's take a peek at SPY. So just like the futures trade, we came into the daily chart and did the exact same thing on SPY, and we drew a box on each of QQQ and SPY. Now you can see both of these right here were between yesterday's close and half candle retrace, the body, right? So here's the body, here's the body. Like I said yesterday, if we use the body as resistance, we'll be coming down. So we drew these channels to help us with resistance. Anything under the body came back up, hit yesterday's highs, came back up, hit yesterday's highs. Failure. Okay, great prediction. So as we came back down into the lower and lower and lower, we were getting to some pretty big extensions of the algo. So yesterday pre-market, as we played this one, we did a full recap on how we played this algo to the downside. Then we said it was going to continue under the body. And now we're getting to some of the very high supports. Now this algo box right here was set to the downside. And generally speaking, as I explained in the prior video, the Fibonacci will walk itself down. 1618, 2618, 423.60, so on and so forth. It'll reverse back up. Well, the 423.60 is right here on the algo, okay? 596.33. And generally speaking, the 2618 is one of the biggest over-unders of Fibonacci. So when we fibbed out this guy yesterday, we came back up from the 2618. Notice pre-market support, ran back to the 1618, ran back to the 100 fib. We explain this all the time on our recaps. As a Fibonacci point of algorithm, it comes down through the golden pocket, 1618, 2618, okay? 2618 holds the next day, walks back up to the 1618 to the 100 fib. That becomes your over-under. So today I said crew is over under 599. If we stay under this, it's prior under the body, under 6,029 ES, short this baby. So that did come down. We had a nice little roll over here, and we played a lot of back and forth. It was actually a pretty good day. One of the more interesting trades we had was going to be catching a bottom, right? And coming back here, and probably a lot of people don't understand why, but we have a price level right here, which I'm not really going to give out, 59797. My crew know exactly what we're talking about here. And if you notice the 666 extension from yesterday's algo, boom, right? And that is the dangerous bright red high percentile chance for reversal, 666. Very interesting Fibonacci that we use there. So the bottom of the day, waited for that algo yesterday pre-market, shied the 666, ran all the way back up, and we know where it was going. It was coming right back here. That was our algo imbalance, we'll call it. So from the 666 all the way back up to there, 36 points on ES. That is monstrous. Now, we rolled back into it, right? Nothing goes in a straight line, and we came down to the continuation a little bit late. We had beautiful wicks down here. Came down into the common gap, so this one was filled on the daily, or not common gap, it was a wick gap here, so no real gap, just a prior body, prior close, and we're still looking for the secondary gap, right? So we have a general attempt to still come back down to maybe see that 593. We have CPI tomorrow. It's anybody's game. We only said stay red for the 2 days after on ES, right? So that's what we wanted to see. All-time high in 2 days after. Hold those shorts as we said on X, right? So we got those 2 days to the downside. And if we get that progression, which, again, we're kind of leaning towards that pullback, we have a monster here. Again, as we discussed in the last video, and we'll go over these tomorrow, most likely once we get down there. If you're in our live trade chat, you'll know exactly what to do tomorrow morning with them. But 596, 596, 7.44. We're going to be looking for that 100 fib all the way back, and then the 10 SMA back test as well. So regardless if this wants to consolidate up here, wait for the 10 SMA to push it up, which is going to be absolutely very minimal chance. We're going to wait for the all-time high to reverse, walk itself down to the 100, and break back down to the 5,890 range. And most likely we could get a big CPI candle that does that. Now that's a little bit farther crystal balling than we use for this. This is an easier crystal ball where we walked it down the last couple of days. Sure, but to crystal ball a CPI candle to do this, well, it's a little tougher. But we're going to play it accordingly in the morning here. And if CPI and the Fed rate cuts are going to be coming, quantitative easing going to be coming, generally speaking, they do not do that out of the kindness of their heart. They usually messed something up. So if we do start to see some of that soften, we could get a big pullback. And again, I'm ready to buy that pullback. I'm not opposed to it, but I'd love to see a large one. And then we'll come back and around and use that 10 SMA daily as we wait. So we had a beautiful impulse week from the election, starting the pull down. As we said, now CPI is going to hopefully have the interaction with this big buy on 11.6, right? 11.6, yeah. So that's it. The whole prediction is going to be based off CPI tomorrow. So we're not going to throw out some random high, low, blah, blah, blah. We already got the short. We kind of are on the way to the lower low here. We are probably going to pop up here, though. I'll probably give you one. We do have a couple of algos up here. So we will base around here. We'll come back up to another lower high in sequence and start the downtrend most likely through the night. But generally speaking, when we do get CPI, the mornings are real choppy beforehand. So today is, no follow-through options. Action was super choppy and didn't do a whole lot. Then we finally got the knife down and then reversed all the way back up. And if you're patient for that algo, she definitely had a lot of range for you coming back up to that SPY algo. So let's see what we get here on CPI tomorrow. That was pretty much the whole recap. And as we move into tomorrow, we'll do some more live trades and breaking it down. So if you want to check the channel, we do have some live trades explaining algorithm trading, doing NQ tradings. We have some shorts up, and we got a lot of good content. So if you want to join us to trade live every single morning, we do that via Boilerroom Trading. Website is in the description if you want to come check us out. If you want to support the channel in a different way, check out Apex Trade Fund. And we trade them all the time. TG33 will get you 80% off and a nice discount. And it'll support the channel, right? So if that sounds good, we'll see you in chat. If not, we'll see you on the next video. Take care.